Hello, little sleepyheads. Good evening. Welcome back to Lazy Leo's Dreamy Tales. Let's all get super snug and perfectly still as Lazy Leo embarks on a most important feline mission, finding the ultimate NAP spot. The morning sun, already quite high in the sky, was doing its best to be cheerful, but Lazy Leo the cat was just beginning to stir. Not stir to do anything, of course. Stirring was merely the prelude to deciding that more rest was required. Lazy Leo yawned, a magnificent, jaw-stretching yawn that showed off a tiny pink tongue and surprisingly sharp little teeth. The effort of yawning made Lazy Leo feel quite tired. Clearly, a NAP was in order. But where? This was the crucial question that occupied Lazy Leo's mind most days. The old armchair where Lazy Leo had spent the night was, all right. It had a familiar, comforting scent of cat naps and shed fur. But was it perfect for a truly magnificent, mid-morning NAP? Lazy Leo wasn't entirely sure. The sunbeam that usually hit it around this time was slightly off-center today. Unacceptable for optimal NAP time warmth. With a sigh that sounded like a deflating pillow, Lazy Leo considered the options. There was the windowsill. Sunbeams danced there, yes, beckoning with golden warmth. Lazy Leo padded over, tail twitching thoughtfully. Hopping up required a small burst of energy, but the promise of a sun-drenched NAP was tempting. Lazy Leo made the leap, landing with practiced, soft-pawed grace. Ah! The sun was indeed glorious. But wait. The windowsill was a tad narrow. If Lazy Leo stretched out fully, a paw or perhaps even a whole tail might dangle precariously. This introduced an element of risk, a subtle tension not conducive to a truly profound NAP. No, the windowsill would not do for this particular NAP. Lazy Leo hopped down, the brief exertion already calling for immediate rest. Perhaps under the bookshelf? It was dark and quiet there, a good place for a serious, undisturbed nap. Lazy Leo peered into the dusty shadows. It was certainly secluded. But Lazy Leo remembered a stray dust bunny encountered there last week, a rather large, uncooperative dust bunny that had tickled Lazy Leo's nose. The memory alone was enough to dismiss the under-the-bookshelf option. A nap should be free from ticklish distractions. What about the human's bed? It was large, soft, and often held lingering warmth. Lazy Leo trotted towards the bedroom, a slow, deliberate pace suitable for a cat conserving energy for the upcoming nap. The bed was, as predicted, a vast expanse of potential comfort. Lazy Leo hopped up. Oh, this was promising. So much space. Lazy Leo began the pre-nap ritual, kneading the soft duvet with rhythmic paw pushes. In, out, in, out. A low purr rumbled in Lazy Leo's chest. This felt good. But then, Lazy Leo detected a problem. The duvet smelled faintly of lavender. The humans had clearly washed it recently with some new, flowery concoction. While not entirely unpleasant, it wasn't the familiar, comforting scent of pure, unadulterated Lazy Leo. A truly exceptional nap required olfactory perfection. With a small, disappointed meow, Lazy Leo abandoned the lavender-scented bed. The quest continued. Lazy Leo padded into the living room again. The sun had moved. The armchair now looked slightly more appealing, but Lazy Leo was committed to finding nap Vanna. Lazy Leo's gaze fell upon a pile of freshly laundered towels, still warm from the dryer, left in a basket by one of the humans. Ah! Warmth! Softness! This had potential. Lazy Leo circled the basket, sniffing. The towels smelled clean and warm, a neutral, inviting scent. Lazy Leo stepped in. The towels were indeed delightfully warm and fluffy. Lazy Leo began to burrow, creating a cozy little nest. This was very, very good. Lazy Leo curled up, tucking a paw under a furry chin, and closed those sleepy green eyes. The purr intensified. This could be it. This could be the NAP. Lazy Leo drifted on the edge of sleep, a lovely, warm, towelly scented sleep. But then, a crease. A stubborn, unyielding crease in one of the towels, right under Lazy Leo's left shoulder blade. Lazy Leo shifted. The crease remained. Lazy Leo tried to flatten it with a paw. The crease mockingly reappeared. This tiny imperfection, this minuscule source of discomfort, began to loom large in Lazy Leo's pre-NAP consciousness. A perfect NAP could not be built upon a foundation of lumpy towels. With a sigh of deepest feline resignation, Lazy Leo uncurled and stepped out of the towel basket. The search was not yet over. Lazy Leo was beginning to feel quite exhausted by all this searching. Finding the perfect NAP spot was hard work. Lazy Leo sat in the middle of the floor, grooming a paw thoughtfully. Where, oh where, could a tired cat find true NAP time bliss? And then, Lazy Leo saw it. As if conjured by pure longing, a perfect rectangle of golden sunshine was falling through the patio door, landing just so upon a soft, sheepskin rug in the quietest corner of the room. It hadn't been there earlier. The sun had to be at just the right angle. The rug was a known quantity, soft, luxurious, and smelling reassuringly of nothing much at all, except perhaps distant sheep and contentment. The sunbeam was a vibrant, welcoming gold. The corner was far from any household traffic. Lazy Leo approached the sunbeam-kissed rug with quiet reverence. This felt right. Very right. First, the essential kneading. Paws pushing in and out, on the plush sheepskin, making it even softer, fluffier, just perfect for a nap. Lazy Leo's purr started again, a deep, sonorous rumble of pure anticipation. Then, the ceremonial circling. Once, twice, 3 times. Surveying the domain of the NAP, ensuring all angles were optimal. Finally, with a sigh that seemed to carry all the contentment in the world, Lazy Leo flopped down. The soft fur of the rug cushioned Lazy Leo's body perfectly. The sunbeam warmed Lazy Leo's back like a gentle, heated blanket. Lazy Leo's eyes began to close. The world outside, with its imperfect napping spots and lavender-scented duvets, faded away. There was only the warmth, the softness, the gentle rise and fall of Lazy Leo's own breathing, and the deep, rhythmic purr. This was not just any NAP. This was a 5-star, gold standard, perfect NAP. The culmination of a dedicated search. Perhaps Lazy Leo dreamed of chasing sunbeams that turned into butterflies made of pure light, or of swimming in a warm sea of cream. Or perhaps Lazy Leo dreamed of absolutely nothing at all, just the deep, restorative bliss of a perfect NAP. Hours seemed to pass in a golden, sleepy haze. When Lazy Leo finally began to stir again, the sunbeam had shifted, now just caressing Lazy Leo's tail. Lazy Leo stretched, a long, luxurious stretch that started at the tip of the nose and went all the way down to the very end of the tail. A wide, jaw-cracking yawn followed. Lazy Leo blinked slowly, green eyes soft and unfocused. Lazy Leo felt magnificent, restored. utterly content. The quest had been successful. The perfect NAP had been achieved. Now, of course, after such a wonderfully refreshing NAP, lazy Leo felt a little peckish. And after a snack, well, it would probably be time to start thinking about the afternoon NAP. But that was a quest for another moment. For now, lazy Leo blinked slowly, gave a little lick to a paw, and settled back into the fading warmth of the sunbeam on the sheepskin rug, perhaps just for a tiny pre-snack NAP. After all, one could never have too many naps. Lazy Leo, a master of the art of the NAP, purred softly and drifted off once more.